So let me ask, when you first faced criticism for your comments related to African Americans and Latinos and Asians, your response was to delete those comments and then do a late night purge of social media. I'm curious what Denver voters should learn about your ability to handle a crisis through that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fair question, and there's a lot of moving parts in this campaign, and there's a lot of things happening all at once. You know, my take on that was when that popped up last night, quick recognition clearly that I am a public figure, and things are changing, and so I didn't want social media to become the focus point of this conversation. I want to focus on the reason that we're here. We have an opportunity to change the conversation in the next 4 years, but we only have 19 more days to talk about what really matters to this city, and everybody matters to this city. I've been engaging with communities, bringing Lisa Calderon and Penfield Tate along with me to ensure that I'm working to look at all the different aspects of what we need to be talking about with gentrification, with change, with our communities of color. It's all important. So this is a complicated job and a complicated process that we're going through, and there's going to be mistakes and things done right and things done wrong.
Was your response last night to scrub your social media comments a mistake?
I didn't scrub my social media comments. I made my private social media accounts private. And
you also deleted a number of controversial comments from your campaign account and from your private accounts. Was that a mistake?
I did not delete any comments from any account. I didn't personally delete any comments. So if that happened, I need to check with my team, but I did not delete any comments.
For the record, the Chinatown comment came down before your account was deleted. And for the record, the comment about tonight's event, the Tacos and Lowriders event, was deleted off your campaign account. And that was prior to the deletion of the other campaign accounts. But back to the original question. When faced with criticism, your reaction was delete the controversial stuff. Is that the way that a leader handles a crisis?
I think a leader handles the crisis face on by taking responsibility for it and acknowledging that when you're in the midst of that moment, who knows what the right decision is to be made, but I'm here, I'm talking with people, I've been open about it all day, and I made a mistake. You know, I'm going to make mistakes. The point here is
what
that
specifically was the mistake? I'm not sure I heard you say what the mistake was. What was the mistake?
Kyle, everything that we do in this campaign is going to be perceived in different ways. Was it right? Was it wrong? The posts that were made, the deleting that was made, you can go interview anybody in this room and they're going to say that was wrong, there was nothing wrong with it. Everybody is going to perceive that differently. So what I'm saying is, as we go through this, every step is being looked at as, is it the right step, is it the wrong step? They're steps. We're all going to misstep along times. I don't know how people are going to perceive it, but I'm putting myself out here to be open to it.
You mentioned Penfield Tate and Lisa Calderon. Do you feel like you have embarrassed them through your actions in the last 24 to 48 hours?
Well, the first thing that happened this morning was an 8 o'clock phone call with Lisa and Penn, and we talked through it. And they asked me to be accountable for what was it, explain yourself, explain all this. But they're not there wagging fingers at me. They're there saying this is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to work together and have a discussion. And this is exactly the benefit of coming together and building unity around this, that any one leader is going to have issues that they don't see, that they see from different perspectives. When you have a team of people that are informed by their own past and histories, by their own lived experiences in this city, I think we're all stronger together. So I was very honest and open with them this morning.
Do you feel like you have the adequate lived experience, in your words, to lead a diverse city?
I think I do, but I have to acknowledge that I need a lot of people around me to do that. I need a lot of people. Anybody does. Nobody can come into this job having every bit of knowledge and experience that you think you're going to need to face whatever challenges are coming. Nobody will. The mayor didn't. None of our mayors have. So the point here is that, am I willing to surround myself with people that will challenge me and push me? Absolutely. I've demonstrated that in the past week. And are people who have been formerly rivals or opponents with me willing to come to the table and be part of that? Yes, absolutely. I think that says something about leadership that I'm willing to move forward and I'm willing to face these challenges head on.
Quick question, did you apologize to Lisa and Penn?
I did not apologize to Lisa and Penn. They asked to explain what it was all about, and we carried on with how we were going to move forward to address it.
Okay, so I have to ask you, we're at an event with lowriders. Would you direct Denver police to change their policy on federal for Cinco with cruising? It upsets a lot of people in the community.
I'd like to.
I'm sorry, I'm interviewing Jamie Giellis, who's running for mayor. Could I ask you to step back, please? Thank you. The question was about the Denver police policy of interrupting cruising on federal for Cinco de Mayo. Some folks in the community don't like that. You're at a lowrider event. What do you think?
Look, I'm happy to have that conversation with the community and the police. All of these are issues that you have to work with people collaboratively on. So let's have that conversation.
And then lastly, I'm curious whether now, with the benefit of some years, whether you feel like you know the answer to the question that you posed on social media years ago, which is, why do so many cities feel it necessary to have a Chinatown?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you know the answer to that question now?
You know, that question for me posed 10 years ago in a moment that I can't explain what precisely I was thinking. But I think the point is this: I've always approached the work that I've done with an eye on inclusivity and breaking down barriers, and how we really work to celebrate all cultures and communities. And so I think it's important that we ensure that we are working towards that and celebrating our culture and diversity. And that's really the point.
So just to ask one more time, do you feel like you know the answer to the question you posed, which is, why do so many cities have a Chinatown?
I understand why cities have Chinatowns. The question posed was really on a different scale about how do we work with communities to be inclusive.
Anything else related to what we've talked about that you want to make sure that you have the opportunity to say that hasn't come out in these questions?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Sir, please don't touch me during the interview. I appreciate that, though. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.